Hi everyone, it's Mads from Denim and Leather, and I'm here with Rick Parfitt Jr. at Thunder In The Glens in Aveimore. How are you?
Knackered.
So you've just come off stage.
Yes.
How did you enjoy your set tonight?
It was amazing. This is Thunder In The Glens is an amazing event, and this is our 4th year here, and I feel very honoured that they keep bringing us back. And I think this was our last year, to be honest. But it was really emotional, and it was just an amazing evening. You know, the crowd's interaction was incredible. They were there right from the start, and it just ended in a big sort of glorious, sing along, which is kind of a perfect way. But I'm really tired now.
As you said, you're very familiar with this event. Why do you enjoy it so much?
We were booked 4 years ago, and I didn't know anything about bikes, and I came along and saw amazing, beautiful bikes in beautiful scenery, and suddenly it kind of made sense, and I fell in love with bikes from playing this event. And since the first time I played here, I've now got my bike license. My wife's got her bike license. I talked her round into it, and we've got 3 bikes in the garage. So you could say this has got a lot to answer for, this gig. So it's I've got to know people here. The fans in the crowd turn up year after year, and they know me now, and it's just it feels like you're performing for friends, and that's an amazing feeling. So I love coming here. That's why.
What inspired you to become a musician?
Well, it's kind of difficult when you grow up with your father in a band, and but saying that, he wasn't terribly supportive of me doing music. And when I was at school, and I went on to do a music degree at Leeds, he was never really terribly supportive of it. I mean, rock stars tend to be a little bit, into themselves as they are. They have to be. That's what it is. And Dad was a bit like that as well. He was a consummate rock star in every way. Not the greatest dad in the way, but that's kind of his thing. And then I went a different route. I was pursuing the commercial career, and did all the things, was writing in LA with all these people, and had management who were telling me all these things, and you place your trust in the hand of people, and it didn't happen. And most people, unfortunately, in this industry, it's a little bit cutthroat. So I went away and thought, well, how else can I still do what I want to do? And I always just wanted to play, really, to be honest with you, with amazing musicians, and play great gigs and have a lot of fun. And suddenly, I went to all these events, and the bands were, I thought, distinctly average, and I thought, what, there's got to be a market if we put a really great band together with amazing musicians that bring a massive rock show to these events. So they turn them from static little things into an absolute killer concert. And so that's what I set out to do, not to play all the songs everyone else played, but to actually play big rock stuff, basically a stadium rock show in for events. And that was, way back in sort of 2008. And I'm very lucky that I'm surrounded by some incredible musicians. And so this band started then. We were the first people to really sort of do it. And everyone's like, oh my God, what are you doing? This is crazy. No, you've got to play Wake Up Sleepers, all that sort of stuff. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to turn up and rock the house down. And since then, we've gone on to be sort of the most successful event band in the UK. And now we play all over the world for big companies, and it's great. So, and we even play festivals now, so we're crossing the line, which is a bit weird. So we're playing alongside big name acts all around the world, and yet we're a covers band. But I think it's because we try and reinvent songs a little bit. We rearrange them. We try and do make them a little bit more essentially what we try and do is try and fit as many oh my God moments into an hour and 40 as we can. That's the best way to say it. So that was it, really. That was the longest answer ever to a question. There you go. We could be here for ages. Sorry.
And how do you decide on a set for the different events that you do? Because obviously you've got so many songs you choose from. Yeah,
there's a core spine, because there's something we call setlist science. So there's a real thing about studying how you can. For us, we've got to get energy out of a crowd. If you're in a commercial band, the crowd have come to see you. For a lot of stuff that we do, the crowd haven't come to see us, but we've got to convince them that they're going to have the greatest night of their lives. And so you do that by cleverly choosing the right songs and putting them in the right place, and also in the way you introduce them, and also doing clever mashups and things like that. And it's all about energy transference and how you build energy, let it break it down, and then build it up to the end and try and end on a massive high. And so, there are songs that we've tried and tested, which we put in certain areas. We've rearranged songs, like we do a Swedish House Mafia song. I don't think anyone in the world does it like we do. We've turned it into a massive rock epic thing, and but it's completely changed from the original, but uses the chorus, but we do double bridges and all this stuff to really hype the big payoffs and stuff. So it's all kind of down to how much energy can we extract from the audience, because the audience are the sixth member of the band. That's how I see it, and so I make damn sure that they're involved in every way and every song, basically.
Now I must ask you, there's a band called Massive Wagons who are currently in the charts with their new album.
Yep.
But they've got a song called Back to the Stack, which was of course for your late dad.
Yep.
How did it make you feel when you heard the song?
Oh, you know what? They sent me a copy, and well, they sent me, an MP3 and said, "We're doing this for your dad," and they got it bang on. And I just thought this was it was so lovely and so cool and absolutely kick-ass. A kick-ass tune. And they kind of summed up Dad in a long way. Back to the stack, maximum attack. It's brilliant, and it really touched me. And I know he would have absolutely loved it. And you know what? They got it right. And the reason that showed that they got it right was the fans all reacted really well. And they made a lot of new friends from that. But it was the way they did, and they didn't do it in a gratuitous manner. They did it in a manner which was just truly befitting to basically remember my dad in a positive and fun way, and that makes me really happy. That's all I've ever wanted, is that my father's legacy is perpetuated in the way that it should be, because he was such a fun guy. And they are a great band, they're a great young band. I think they're going places, and it's nice because when you're playing rock as well, it's still quite niche, and it's very tough to actually become commercially very successful. Only very few people do, and so for them to be making their mark and making progress is wonderful. And I'm really pleased that something that they did from the heart also gave them a bit of a lift, and now hopefully will give them a platform to build on and become a really successful band. And Baz is hilarious, so there you go. What can I say? Everyone needs a hilarious frontman in a good way.
Do you have a message for the guys in Massive Wagons?
Yes, I love you chaps. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the O2. I will absolutely make it to a gig in the very near future, and thank you again for everything. From an RP, for you to sing about my dad, the RP, the original RP. That's amazing, and it's a beautiful thing, and I love your song anyway. Irrespective of that, I really like the song. We've had it. It's a great thing, to have on. In fact, actually, here's a little note. Because I race cars as well, and before qualifying at the last round, which was at Brands Hatch, I listened to it just before qualifying, and then I stuck it on pole. So now I think I'm going to have to listen to it every single time before qualifying, because otherwise, it's going to become a bit of an omen if I don't. So yeah, Massive Wagons, Back to the Stack will be my pre-qualifying song, and hopefully I'll keep sticking it on pole. So thanks, chaps. Keep going.
Well, thank you so much for chatting. Make sure you check out the Rick Parfitt Jr. Band and come back to Denim and Leather for more. Bye.